Join me right now on Kumite TV is rising lightweight prospect James Wallace. Welcome to the show, James.
Hey man, thank you for having me.
No doubt, man. You've been training and fighting for many years now. You know, you've had your ups, you've had your downs. This is the hardest sport in history of sports, right? What
That's
kept you
right.
pushing through the years? You know, what kept you motivated?
Um, I'm just addicted to hard work, and when I work hard, I see success, and so I just work harder at it. I was just this is a sport that you can make it anywhere as long as you work hard enough, and I'm not afraid of it, and I just kept pushing through it. So even though I had my ups and downs, just winning in front of all those people and just winning for your team and everybody that supports you is just worth it to me to keep pushing every day.
Coming up in the sport, what were some pivotal moments you have had, you know, to change your perspective on fighting in a positive way?
I would say when I left my small town gym to join the best gym in the region, that was a pivotal moment for sure. Kind of opened my eyes to the big fish in a small pond, that type of thing. That was a pivotal moment. I lost 3 fights in a row as an amateur, and that was a pivotal moment. It was kind of like, either fix it or hang it up, and luckily I chose to fix it, and it worked out for me. But those are pretty pivotal moments.
July 9th, you know, you're going to get your opportunity. You're heading to Vegas for the Contender series. You know, what does this opportunity mean for you?
This is a big opportunity for me. It's my way in. It's not my final destination. It's not where I want to be. I don't want to be just the guy who got on Contender Series. I want to be in the UFC and win in the UFC. I'm grateful for the opportunity. It's just a step in the right direction for me.
You're facing Joseph Solecki. Can you give me your thoughts on him?
Um, I think he's a good grappler. He's a good overall fighter. He wouldn't be here if he wasn't good. It's all good at this level. So I respect him. I'm coming home with that contract.
Now, when you break down his style versus your style, well, how does he stack up against you?
Well, I mean, he's good. Like I said, everybody's good at this level. I just think I'm better everywhere. I feel like I can do anything I want to do in there. I don't have a one track mind, and I just take the fight however it comes, and I'll go for the finish, and I'll get the finish.
All right, let's talk about your training camp. How long have you been in camp for this fight?
7 weeks. I never stop training. I go to the gym every day, so it's just a lifestyle for me. So kind of in camp, out of camp, my diet's really the only thing that changes. I train all the time. So I guess camp has been about 7 weeks, but I train all the time. I try to get better all the time.
Do you control your own diet, or do you have someone helping you out with that?
I've been controlling my own diet. I kind of have been since the beginning. As a broke amateur or a low level pro, you can't pay a nutritionist. So you just kind of figure it out on your own. So I have my way, but Eat Clean Bro has come on board for this camp to hook me up for the last month of my food. So up until they jumped on, I've been doing it all myself. But huge thank you to Eat Clean Bro for jumping on this camp.
Before you had Eat Clean, bro, it must have been very difficult. You know, even guys in the UFC, I talk to them all the time, and you know, they even have nutritionists, and they're talking about it's hard to
Yep.
keep their diet, you know, on point when you're walking through the
Yeah.
supermarket to buy the healthy food. You're walking past the cupcakes and all that stuff. You know, it must have
Yeah,
been
it's tough.
difficult, you know, before they came on, right?
Yeah, it's tough. Luckily, my wife or my mom would cook all my diet food, and I would just have to go pick it up. That way, I didn't even have to go to the store. It's just this is what you're gonna eat at this time, and they don't eat the bad food around me. They'll go eat it somewhere else where I don't have to be there. So they've helped me out a lot with it. So I just have to eat what's in the fridge. This is what you get for this day.
Well, that's what you call a great support system, you know, that
Yeah,
they would actually
absolutely.
leave and eat the food that, you know, you shouldn't be
Yeah,
around somewhere else.
yeah, they do. It's awesome, man. I'm lucky.
Now, let's talk about your coaches that you've been working with throughout the years and the impact that they have had on you.
All right. Small town. My first gym, small town gym. I had Fred Fisher as my coach. Good jujitsu base. Got me my good jujitsu base where I started at. I moved to Memphis Judo and Jiu-Jitsu, and I had Coach Brian Hall, Coach Joel Gingrey, and they helped me change my game a lot. Brian Hall helped me with my wrestling, so I wouldn't get taken down and held down, and Joel Gingrey took my Jiu-Jitsu to another level. And then we had a little change of coaches, and I had Andy Urick and Zach Underwood. And, of course, they pushed me through my last couple of fights, and the best I've looked so far yet. And now I'm grateful to have Cole Miller as my head coach and Bubby Mitchell helping me as well. So I'm very grateful for the guys who have helped me along the way.
Has Cole Miller gone straight to just coaching, or is he still around? Is he ready to
Oh,
compete still?
oh, he's still very active, and he will be competing again this year. He's not out of the game. He had some injuries that he had to take care of and wanted to be healthy, so he never retired. He just took some time off to heal up, and now I believe he's looking sharper than ever. He's in shape, fight shape, because I'm in fight shape, and we hold each other accountable. And I can count on him every day. So I'm grateful to have Cole. But yes, Cole is still active.
Yeah, Cole, he's been around the game for a long time. He's been through the ups and
Yeah.
downs. A great person to have in your corner and as a mentor, right?
Yeah, I agree. I couldn't thank him anymore. He brought me to American Top Team and really treated me like a little brother. Man, I love being here.
Yeah, that's a great network to be a part of, the American Top Team network, right? Now
The
let's
best gym in the
move
world.
on. Yeah, best team, one of the best. It's hard to deny, that it is the best
Yeah.
team in the world.
Yes, sir.
Let's talk about your training partners. You mentioned your coaches, your training partners.
Mhm.
Who are you working closely with to prepare yourself for this Contender series?
Q. His name's Quentin Culpepper. He's a pro here, top level dude. Just chooses not to fight. So I mean, yeah, that guy that trains all the time just doesn't really like to fight. But he's high level. I have Lathan, that he's a heavier weight class than me, but super strong base pro as well. I have Tim. He's good. Of course, all the guys I work with are good here. And I mean, American Top Team speaks for itself. We don't put out scrubs. So I have a great team and great coaches here, and I couldn't be happier to be here.
You're heading into this fight on a four fight winning streak, four
Mhm.
submission wins. Do you believe you're unstoppable right now heading into this fight? Do you feel that confidence in you?
Yeah, it definitely helps. It definitely helps. Once I get in there on fight night, it's just kind of flow mode. And I feel like I can't be stopped. I feel like it's my time. All the stars are kind of aligning for me, and I have a great team behind me, great support behind me. So I feel like I'm unstoppable on fight night.
On the Contender series, some nights you have got one guy getting a contract, you have two guys, three guys. You never know. You never know with Dana
Right.
White, right? He's unpredictable.
Right.
What type of performance do you think you need to have to catch his eye and get that contract?
I'm just going to do what I always do. I have 9 wins, 9 finishes, and I go for it every single time. I put it all on the line every single time, and that's what he likes to see. And luckily, I already fight like that, so I don't have to change anything. I'm not a boring fighter. I've never had a boring fight, and I push the pace and go for the finish the whole time. He likes that, and luckily, I already do that, so I don't have to change anything. I just have to be me and fight how I fight, and I'll get the contract.
Once you enter the UFC lightweight ranks, the toughest division in the world,
Yep.
I believe, right?
I believe too, yeah.
What separates you from the other guys? What makes you different?
Well, to my knowledge, I'm the only one with a 100% finish rate. And most of these guys say that they'll fight anyone anytime, but I will fight anyone anytime. It doesn't matter to me. I've never told my manager no. Most of the time, I don't even pick my fights. He just tells me what date to be there. So I'm game for anybody, and I'll put it on the line every single time. I don't play it safe. Some of these dudes like to pick their fights and pad their record and, climb that way. And then some like to run their mouth, and I don't do that either. I just let my performance speak for it. So, literally anyone can get it. I don't care. It doesn't even have to be lightweight. I don't care. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's definitely the attitude that Dana White likes.
Yeah, I'm game.
All right, one last thing before I let you go. You've said before that Dustin Poirier is a fighter that inspires you in many ways.
Yeah.
And making idols into rivals is a popular saying in the world of sports. The possibility of a fight with him in the future, does that drive you?
Yeah, it drives me, of course. I mean, my goal is to win in the UFC and get the belt in the UFC. I just don't want to be here and hang around. And I mean, he's the top dog right now. I respect him, and we're both American Top Team. But I just said I would fight anyone, and that means anyone. So if I want the belt and he has it, it's just gonna have to be like that. So I'm down.
What do you think about this fight with him and Khabib that's gonna happen in Abu Dhabi? Are you excited to watch this one?
I am, man. I think Poirier is going to put them hands on him, and he's got good enough wrestling to get away. So I think Khabib's reign is over.
All right, man. Well, July 9th, you start your journey at Dana
Yes,
White's
sir.
Tuesday Night Contender Series, Las Vegas. Thank you so much, James, for your time, and good luck on your future.
Hey, thank you for having me. Anytime, call me back, man. I appreciate it. All right, guys. My name is Jesse James Wallace. You can follow me on all my social media at J Wallace MMA. It's all the same. I'd like to thank my team, American Top Team, and all of my sponsors that helped me out. I had so much support for this camp. Iron Jaw Mouth Guards always hooks me up. I've had a bunch, man. Some CBD sponsors, T-shirt sponsors. I've had a bunch. I'm having a big digital banner made. It's going to be shared on all my social media. I have too many to list, but the support's been great for this fight. So huge thank you to all my sponsors.